Two, one. This is the L2C Media Network. Hopefully, we're still on the air. This is Sports Final, brought to you by L2C Media Network. Now, with the headlines, that makes with the details that makes the headlines and the world sports go round and round. Here's our host, Steve the Baxman Baxley. Hey, hi, how you doing? Good evening, everybody. What's shaking? What's crack-a-lacking? You realize that on Sunday, the Olympics are over? I know we forgot to do something. We're going to rectify that situation right now, so give me a few moments to go dark. Yes, I will go dark and lovely, but in a few minutes, I will go from dark and lovely to a periodic blob. There we go. All right, there we are. Hey, what's up? What's happening? What's crack-a-lacking, kids? All right. We are down to just officially, hey, LDG, how are ya? How's everything? Glad to see you here. Hey, that's right. Hey, all right. We got a good thing for you tonight. Scores and everything else. The disaster that is the Olympics in Tokyo coming to an end tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. Eastern, with the closing ceremonies. Meanwhile, on this side of the universe, we got sports. So, excuse me. Mute. Oh, lower the voice down. And for God's sakes, I don't want CBS to give me a copyright strike. Anyway, kiddies, cadets, here we go. All of our scores, by the way, they used to be presented by William Hill Sportsbook, who remind you to let's make it interesting, but do it responsibly. This until I read it. William Hill Sportsbook has been purchased by the folks at Caesars. So, just as a of what is or what has happened, our lovely people here at the broadcast decided to write it down for me. Ain't that nice of our people? Yeah, it's nice. So the scores are now presented by Caesars Sportsbook. We are Caesars! But still do it responsibly. All right, we got only one game that is still going on. Actually, I think 2 games, 3, 4. Yep, 4 games to talk about. So if you're ready, I'm ready too. Let's do this thing. We got the scores for you. We got everything for you here on this broadcast. First off, we're in the 11th inning. Minnesota Twins and the Houston Astros are tied at 4. That's right, 4-7-0 for the Twins, 4-10-0 for the Stros. We got middle of the 7th, Rangers and Athletics. They're tied at 1. 1-5-0 for the Rangers, 1-2-0 for the Athletics. All right, in the 4th inning, it is the San Diego Padres leading the Arizona Diamondbacks by a score of, believe it or not, Zort, 5-4, 5-4-0 for the Padres, 4-7-1 for Diamondbacks. In 5th inning, it is the defending world champion Los Angeles Dodgers. Yes. Corinthian letter. Yes. Leading the Los Angeles Angels 2-1, 2-6-0 for the Dodgers, 1-3-0 for the Angels. Let us now take you to Matt G. Que pasa? Hi, Matt G. How's every little thing on you there, buddy? How's every little thing? Every little thing? Okay. Final scores. Do my skip carry. Final scores right now. The Milwaukee Brewers beat the San Francisco Giants by a score of 2-1. 2-5-3 for the Brewers, 1-5-0 for the Giants. Suter gets the win for the Brewers. He's 11-5. Garcia, he gets the loss for the Giants. He is now 3-3. Final score in 10 innings. You got the Chicago White Sox over the Chicago Cubs, the battle of the North versus the South. It's White Sox 8, Cubs 6. 8-14-0 for the White Sox, 6-10-1 for the Cubs. Henricks gets the win for the White Sox. He's 6-2. Rodriguez gets a loss. He ain't won shit. He's 0-2. Philadelphia Phillies beat the New York Mets 4-2. For the Phillies, 4-8-3. For the Mets, 2-5-1. Gibson gets the win for the Phils. He's 7-3. Stroman gets the loss. He's 7-11. Meanwhile, Kennedy gets the save, his 17th of the season. Final in 11 innings, it was New York Yankees over the Seattle Mariners, 3-2. 3-6-0 for the Yankees, 2-9-0 for the Mariners. Abreu gets the win. He's 1-0 for the Yanks. While Middleton, he ain't won either. He's 0-2. Tampa Bay Rays massacred the Baltimore Orioles by a score of 10-6. 10-14-0 for the Rays, 6-15-2 for the Orioles. Rasmussen gets the win for the Rays. He's 1-1. While Fry gets the loss for the Orioles. The Warriors. He's 4-4. Toronto Blue Jays beat the Boston Red Sox 12-4. 12-17-0 for the Blue Jays. 4-8-0 for the Red Sox. Manoah gets the win for the Blue Jays. He's 4-1. Eovaldi gets a loss for the Red Sox. He's 9-7. Cleveland Indians scalped them Detroit Tigers by a score of 6-1. 6-15-0 for the Indians. 1-7-0 for the Tigers. Quantrill gets a win for the Indians. He's 3-2. Manning gets a loss for the Tigers. He's 2-5. Klaus gets 15th save. Cincinnati Reds beat up on the Pirates. Arr, shiver me timber, arr. Arr, where's that pirate queen he's talking about? Arr. The Reds beat us 10-0. 10-9-0 for the Reds. 0-7-1 for the Pirates. Arr, it wasn't a good night for a pirate. Arr. That's right. Miley got the win for the Reds. He's 9-4. Brubaker got the loss. He's 4-11. So there you go. A guy named after an Academy Award-winning film got a loss. Atlanta Braves beat the Washington Nationals 8-4. For the Braves, 8-11-0. For the Nationals, 4-5-1. Santana, your winner, 2-0 is his record. And Fetty is the loser for the Nationals. He's 4-8. St. Louis Cardinals beat the Kansas City Royals 4-2, 4-9-0 for the Cards, 2-7-0 for the Royals. Wainwright gets the win for the Cardinals. He's 10-6. Minor gets lost. He's 8-10. And Reyes gets his 25th save. And finally, the Colorado Rockies. I say finally because that's the last of our games here. until we hit the minors, and then we'll update all the rest of the games because there's some that are still going on. See how that works? Logic. Rockies slam danced Miami Marlins 14-2, 14-17-0 for the Rockies, 2-6-0 for the Marlins. Did the Marlins even show up, or did the Rockies have to play the Miami old ladies Knitting and Knitting and Moonshine Club? Yes, darling. I'll knit you up a nice sweater. Why don't you come over here and have some white lightning? Uh-huh. Oh, yes. Marquez gets the win for Rockies. He's 10-8. Alcantara gets a loss. He's 6-10. By the way, last night and tonight was for those of you who love weird things on sports, you got to see something very weird, something very crazy. That's right. It was ESPN's yearly transformation of ESPN2 into ESPN Ocho. That's right. ESPN 8. And I got to tell you, folks, I am impressed. Can we? Is there? Thank you. Hey, I'm impressed. There we go. I was impressed because I started out the day today watching what I call extreme pogo stick jumping, and I ended up. Oh, this spans the globe, folks, for me. Wound up finishing up today watching the the 52nd annual International Cow Chip Tossing Contest. Tournament. The corgi race that went before the cow chips hit the fan, as it were. Oh, those were good. And the rototiller racing, beautiful. Just exciting. Makes me wish ESPN Ocho was true, so we can see the off the ball and off the wall sports. Man, I can't wait for tomorrow. I just can't. Anyway, we'll talk more about Ocho in a bit. Right now, let's give it to you straight, folks. We got the scoreboard here. It is, of course, our baseball bit again. Let's go to it. We did the majors. Let's do the minors. And right now in AAA, let's go to it. Bottom of the 6, it's Tacoma over Reno, 7-4. Bottom of the 6, it's Sacramento over El Paso, 3-2. Mid 5, Salt Lake blanking Las Vegas. Remember, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, even if you really have blanked in Vegas. Anyway, let's go for some final scores, shall we? Durham over Memphis, 16-3, 16-7-0 for Durham, 3-6-0 for Memphis. Final 11, Worcester over Scranton Wilkes-Barre by a score of 4-3. 4-13-0 for Worcester, 3-11-2 for Scranton. 10-inning final score, Syracuse 2, Rochester 1, 2-7-0 for the Qs. 1-2-1 for Rochester. Jacksonville over Norfolk, 3-2, 3-4-0 for Jacksonville, 2-5-0 for Norfolk. Final in 10 innings, Lehigh Valley over Buffalo, 10-9, 10-11-2 for Lehigh Valley, 9-9-1 for Buffalo. Gwinnett over Charlotte in 11, 4-3, 4-5-1 for Gwinnett, 3-9-2 for Charlotte. Another 10 inning, another extra inning extravaganza, kiddies. Can we, thank you. I wish there was more of a dent to it. No, anyway. Yeah, I gave that 4-3 to them. Columbus over Omaha in 10 innings, 5-4, 5-11-1 for Columbus, 4-5-0 for Omaha. Round Rock over Sugarland, 4-3, 4-6-1 for Round Rock, 3-5-3 for Sugarland. St. Paul over Louisville, 1 nip. St. Paul 1-6-0. Louisville nothing, 5-0. Toledo beat Nashville 10-9, 10-16-1 for Toledo, 9-9-1 for Nashville. Indianapolis over Iowa 12-8, 12-13-1 for Indianapolis, 8-11-0 for Iowa. And Albuquerque, the Isotopes beat Oklahoma City 3-2, 3-8-0 for Albuquerque, 2-5-0 for Oklahoma City. Okay, let's go now for the double dip of Life, Liberty, and Everything as a final in AA. Right now, let's do this. We had some games do a double dip, like, for example, Akron. They slam danced Altoona by a score of 2-0, 2-3-0 for Akron, 0-4-0 for Altoona. Second game, the nightcap, Akron defeated Altoona 3-2, 3-7-0 Akron, 2-2-0 for Altoona. Tennessee over Montgomery in the first of their double dip. Actually, Montgomery over Tennessee in the first game, 5-3, 5-8-1 for Montgomery, 3-5-1 for Tennessee. Then Tennessee came back to teach Montgomery a lesson and blanked them 10-0, 10-10-0 for Tennessee, 0-3-0 for Montgomery. Reading over Richmond, 3-2, 3-9-0 for Reading, 2-5-1 for Richmond. Harrisburg over Erie, 7-6, 7-9-1 for Harrisburg, 6-11-1 for Erie. Bowie over Somerset, 8-3, 8-8-0 for Bowie, 3-11-0 for Somerset. New Hampshire. Yes, Pepperidge Farm remembers. We remember what you did to my daughter last summer. She's now a guest on Maury, so you better be there. 8-13-1 for New Hampshire, 5-8-0 for Hartford. Binghamton over Portland, 8-0, 8-8-0 for Binghamton, 0-1-1 for Portland. Chattanooga. Choo-choo, baby. Chattanooga, man. They beat Rocket City. See, 11-1. 11-14-1 for Chattanooga, man. 1-4-0 for Rocket City. That has to be the worst Sammy Davis I ever done. That's the only Sammy Davis I've ever done. Anyway. Biloxi over Pensacola, 4-0, 4-10-0 for Biloxi, 0-5-2 for Pensacola. Mississippi over Birmingham, 12-0, 12-16-1 for Mississippi, 0-6-0 for Birmingham. Wichita over Midland, 11-4, 11-7-0 for Wichita, 4-6-2 for Midland. Tulsa over Springfield, Tulsa over Springfield, 6-5, 6-8-0 for Tulsa, 5-10-1 for Springfield. Corpus Christi, they beat San Antonio 9-2, 9-12-1 for Corpus Christi, 2-5-0 for San Antonio. Amarillo over Frisco, 4-2, 4-5-2 for the Amarillo. 2-5-1 for the Frisco. And the final in 10 innings, the Battle of Arkansas has been won by the Northwest. Northwest Arkansas beat Arkansas 3-2. 3-3-2 for Northwest Arkansas. 2-6-2 for the Ark. And we go from the double to the high A. High A! So let's get to it, shall we? Bottom of the fifth inning. Spokane leads Everett by a score of 9-3. Top of the seventh. Hillsboro and Vancouver tied at 3. Eugene in the top of the fifth leads Tri-Cities 14-1. Top of the seventh, Dayton over West Michigan 7-5. Final in 10 innings in the first game was 4-3 West Michigan over Dayton. In 12 innings, Greensboro over Hickory 15-4. 15-14. In 15-14, we took a little trip. It was 420, so we took a little hit. Hey, man. 15, 11, and 3 for Greensboro. 14, 7, and 0 for Hickory. Asheville over Winston-Salem 9-6, 9, 11, and 1 for Asheville. 6, 10, and 3 for Winston-Salem. Brooklyn over Hudson Valley 9-6, 9, 6, 0 for Brooklyn. 6, 10, and 2 for Hudson Valley. Lansing Lugnuts, viva the Lugnuts. Defeated Lake County 5-3, 5-7-0 for Lansing, 3-4-1 for Lake County. Bowling Green over Wilmington 6-0, 6-7-0 for Bowling Green, 0-3-1 for Wilmington. Aberdeen over Jersey Shore 3-0, 3-6-2 for the Dean, 0-5-0 for the Shore. Greenville over Rome. Rome blew it again. 4-3 final score, 4-7-3 for Greenville, 3-7-1 for Rome. 10 innings, Fort Wayne over Great Lakes, 8-7, 8-10-0 for Fort Wayne, 7-12-2 for Great Lakes. Gracias, Lakes. Grazie. Cedar Rapids over the Quad Cities, 4-2, 4-7-2, Cedar Rapids, 2-5-1, Quad Cities. Beloit over Wisconsin, 11-0, 11-3-1, or 11-3-0 for Beloit, 0-1-1 for Wisconsin. And Peoria and South Bend were tied at 3 when the game was suspended in the bottom of the 7th. We don't know when or if that game will ever be finished. So that'll be something to find out in part 2 of Baseball Scores, the movie. Okay, can we tighten that screw just a bit? Thank you, boys. Okay, finally the low A, which like me is very low class. Here we go. Bottom of the 7th, Lake Elsinore and Rancho Cucamonga tied at 6. Bottom of the 8th, Fresno over San Jose 3-1. Bottom of the 6th, Stockton blanks Modesto by a score of 7-0. And in 9 innings, very nice final score. Daytona over Lakeland 8-5, 8-12-2 for Daytona, 5-7-0 for Lakeland. Jupiter over Tampa by hook or by crook, 9-7, 9-8-2 for Jupiter, 7-6-0 for Tampa. The other half of the double dip between Tampa and Jupiter was canceled due to rain. Braden over Clearwater 7-3, 7-7-1 for Braden, 3-7-1 for Clearwater. Fayetteville took on Fredericksburg. Fayetteville 4-4-2. Fredericksburg 1-3-2. Fort Myers over Dunedin 4-3. 4-4-2 for Fort Myers. 3-4-0 for Dunedin. Carolina on my mind. And Kannapolis is somewhere in purgatory. Carolina beat Kannapolis 8-3, 8-8-2 for Carolina, 3-8-1 for Kannapolis. Lynchburg over Salem, 8-4, 8-10-1 for Lynchburg, 4-6-0 for Salem. Down East over Delmarva, 8-4, 8-11-1 for Down East, 4-7-2 for Delmarva. Boom, boom, Delmarva. Okay, let's continue on. Final in 10 innings, Myrtle Beach over Columbia, 3-2, 3-7-2 for Myrtle Beach, 2-4-1 for Columbia. Charleston over Augusta, 9-4, 9-12-1 for Charleston, 4-5-0 for Augusta. Inland Empire over Visalia, 8-5, 8-11-0 for the Inland, 5-10-2 for Visalia. And St. Lucie leads Palm Beach 4-0, but they had to cut it. It's suspended after 1 inning. Meanwhile, the first game, and this is how they should have done it. I mean, really, both should have been canceled because of the rain. But the first game, actually, the first game was a 4-0 game. They had to suspend it for the bottom of the first. It'll be completed tomorrow. The second game, which was officially postponed, will be done on August 5th. There you go. There's your baseball scoreboard. And now, folks, it is time that we pay ourselves humblage. That's right. It's time for late NBA offseason free agency buzz. And the buzz is right here. Or is it not right here? Yeah, I kind of like the way they do it on. Boom, there we go. Kind of like the way they do it in some of the sites. Yes. Okay, and while we're at it, we are not going to spoil the game. We refuse to do that. Why? Because we're chicken. We like our jobs. So we're not going to spoil the game. We're just going to tell you that right now, the U.S. and France playing for the gold at this hour. And that's all we're going to tell you right now. It's less than 6:40 remaining, and that's about all we're going to tell you. It's a nice close game. U.S. versus France. That close. Thank you. All right, let's get to the free agency of the NBA. That's right. We made our minds up here. Kevin Durant plans to sign a 4-year, $198 million contract extension with the Brooklyn Nets sometime after he becomes eligible on Saturday. His manager, Rich Kleiman, told Adrian Wojnarowski, after missing the 2019-2020 season due to a torn Achilles, Durant averaged 26.9 points, 7.1 rebounds, and 5.6 assists last season with the Nets. Justice Winslow has agreed to a 2-year deal with the Los Angeles Clippers. He averaged 6.8 points, 4.5 rebounds in 26 games last season for the Memphis Grizzlies. The biggest question mark, the biggest if, you'll excuse the expression, would be Kawhi Leonard. Is he going to stay or is he going to go be master with the Lakers? Well, guess what? He has decided to stay with the Los Angeles Clippers. That's right. His contract terms are still being worked out. A source confirmed to Om Young-misuk of ESPN. Leonard expected to miss a substantial portion of the 21-22 season after surgery to repair his partial ACL tear. That is right. He has a tear on his ACL. And where is everybody? Oh, okay. So there we go. Memphis Grizzlies agreed to trade Grayson Allen to the Bucks for guard Sam Merrill and 2 future second-round picks. Allen's averaged 10.6 points last season for the Grizzlies. Guard forward Javonte Green is returning to Chicago Bulls on a 2-year deal. Green played 16 games for Chicago after being acquired at the trade deadline last season. Free agent guard Reggie Jackson plans to sign a 2-year, $22 million deal to return to the LA Clippers as soon as allowable. That's right. As soon as he is allowed to do so. That's not a bad thing to do. The deal is the max LA can pay Jackson under CBA rules. That's right. And he can return to the Clippers as soon as allowable at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. One-time Finals MVP Andre Iguodala is returning with the Golden State Warriors. Iguodala, who helped the Warriors win titles in 2015, 2017, 2018, spent the last 2 seasons with the Miami Heat, reaching the finals in 2020. And free agent swingman Kelly Oubre Jr. agreed with the Charlotte Hornets on a guaranteed 2-year deal paying close to $25 million. A source confirmed Oubre spent last season with the Golden State Warriors. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the NBA buzz. That's right, the NBA buzz. That is K-Rectoid. And USA right now, we're not going to give you the exact score, but they're up by 7. With 4:42 remaining in the game, so the French are catching up a bit. And this is airing live on the network of the Multicolored Feathers, otherwise known as NBC. So if you want to, go over NBC for a bit, check out the game while watching this show. Be happy. Okay, let's get back to some other little sports news before our people have a little temper. Speaking of watching the NFL, did any of you see that wonderful game yesterday between Dallas and Pittsburgh, the Hall of Fame game on Fox? That was more watched than the Olympics. I know what else was more watched than the Olympics. Paint drying. That'll be next year, I think, on ESPN Ocho. Anyway, it's not often you hear Tom Brady lash out at every player in the NFL, but that's what he did yesterday. Tommy Buck ignorant. And seems thing that set him off was the release of Forbes' annual list of the NFL franchises. Now, Brady seemed to be especially irritated by the fact that the salary cap went down this year, even though the NFL's 32 teams actually increased in value by an average 14%. Now, the overall increase was slightly shocking and surprising, but only because the NFL lost billions due to the pandemic. Oh, those poor boys. Cry me a river. As far as franchise value goes, no team had a bigger jump in value than Brady's Bucks. After adding Brady and then winning the Super Bowl, the Bucks jumped from being the 29th most valuable team in the NFL in 2020 to being the 21st most valuable team in 2021. That's a 29% increase. Brady wrote an Instagram story. The salary cap dropped by 20%. The new media deals were announced the day after the 2021 salary cap was set. NFL players better wake up. NFL players are ignorant. Wow. Basically, Brady seems to be lashing out both the NFL players and the NFL Players Association. It's possible that Brady wanted to see the NFLPA negotiate a better collective bargaining agreement than that would have allowed the players to cash in as soon as the NFL signed its new TV deal. The 44-year-old clearly wasn't happy with the fact that the salary cap went down this year to $182.5 million. In a move that was announced just days before, the NFL landed a monstrous media deal worth $112.6 billion. That's right. $112.6 billion. Oh, baby, n'est-ce pas? Brady wrote that the media deal came out the day after salary cap was announced, but it was actually over 1 week later. The 2021 cap number was set on March 10th, while the NFL's new media deal was on March 18th. And included Amazon. You could get a lot of good stuff cheap at Amazon. I know I did. But Brady's ultimate point seems to be that the owners are getting a much better deal than the players. But it's not that simple, kiddies. No. The salary cap is tied to the amount of revenue the NFL makes each year, and total revenue went into the toilet by roughly $4 billion due to the pandemic. That's right. Where are we here? Yeah. So it was almost given that the cap was going to go down. Also, the owners would likely argue that they ate all the losses in 2020 while still paying the players every cent they were owed. But the upside for the players going forward is that the cap should shoot up each year over the next decade. For 2022, the league has already announced that the cap could go as high as $208.2 million, which would be a 14% increase over this year. And if you want to know the list of the most valuable franchises, I'm going to see what Detroit lines up in this. Let's see, where does Detroit wind up? I figured Detroit wound up 30th, $2.4 billion. And you wonder why the Fords will never sell that team. They will lose the cachet, kids. That's right. You heard me. They will lose the cachet. So there we go. Okay, let us continue with the fun. And let's see what else we got here. Viking star wide receiver has left camp. Justin Jefferson left camp practice with a shoulder injury. He'll undergo further testing after a stint on the COVID-19. Well, the Vikings got quarterback Kirk Cousins back after a polarizing stint on the COVID-19 reserve list. But now star wide receiver is out. Justin Jefferson, at least for the time being, as multiple reports indicated, the second-year pass catcher was forced out Friday's practice after suffering a shoulder injury. Jefferson clutched his arm after falling to the ground at the end of a pass targets during situational drills before leaving. Both ESPN and the NFL Network reported on this. He was diagnosed with either sprained AC joint or separated shoulder and will undergo further testing on the injury. I go for separated shoulder for 50, Alex. Let's get going to one more. Since we are talking, we were talking for a momentary task, and I think we're going to just wait out the moment right here. We'll just keep. Okay, we're almost over, so we're going to just hold you up here for a boat moment. There's about 42 seconds remaining in the game. So, now there's just about 31 seconds left in that lovely little game that they are calling the gold medal game between USA and France. Oh, mon Dieu. And France is going to try to make it interesting. USA only 16 free throws the whole game. Wow. Make it 17. Oh, they missed the second one. And France gets the ball back. No, USA gets the ball back. Who does? Oh, US do. Thank you. 22 seconds left. And Draymond Green, Spartan. Oh, I might get copyright struck. Who's he quieres? It is about 23.3 seconds. 85.7. Oh, what the hell? It's 85 to 70. Whatchamacallits. I might as well just do it. It's 85-78 right now. USA and France. This is the gold medal game. And again, we make them people happy. So right now it kind of looks like the U.S. is just about to grab le gold, and by the closest of shaves. We got about 10.2 seconds left. If I'm spoiling it for everyone, I do apologize. But hey, they're in the fourth. They're in the latter stages, so I thought, what the heck? Might as well just do it to it. It's 85-80. Or excuse me, 85-81. Ooh, it's 85-82. Things are starting to look rather interesting. With 10.2 seconds left. And what can I say? But oi, a 3-pointer will tie it. So we're gonna keep it. We're gonna keep it right here, and just make sure we give you, as we said, we're going to give you as best as we can our coverage. Right now, France just made this a 3-point game unless Team USA can provide a little miracle. We'll just have to wait and see what happens. Right now, counting the game, right now, China still in top in the gold medal race with 37, 27 silver, 17 bronze, 81 medals overall. The United States, depending on the outcome of this game, 31 gold, 36 silver, 32 bronze, 99 total. And they're back in the action, and so are we. We've got 9 seconds and a foul by France. Let's continue. Japan in third. 24 gold, 11 silver, 16 bronze, 51 total. Great Britain in fourth. 18, 20, and 20 for 58. Fifth place, the Russian Olympic Committee was 17, 23, and 22 for 62. Next comes Australia with 44, 17 gold, 6 silver, 21 bronze. Italy 10, 10, and 18 for 38. Germany 9, 11, 16 for 36. The Netherlands 9, 10, and 12 for 31. And there you go. We'll give you the exacta of Fantasta coming up. By the way, if you're hearing thunder, it's because we got a nice little storm here. Okay, let's see what's happening now. It's a 2-possession game. And now it's a 3-possession game. And I'm going to say it. USA has got their 100th medal. It is gold. And it is in basketball. Under Greg Popovich, Team USA has just won the gold medal in a very, very close game. We'll give you the final score in just an edgeable moment. While we're at it here, give you some more news, some more sports news for you. Oakland A's outfielder Ramon Laureano has been suspended 80 games by Major League Baseball due to a positive PED test, the league's press release was because he had tested positive for nandrolone, a performance-enhancing substance in violation of MLB's Joint Drug Prevention and Treatment Program. So there you go on that piece of excitement. Okay, so in a rematch of their London game, it looks like a closer finish, but a more easier outcome, to say it. France now will try to hit a three. They miss, and Team USA has just won their 100th medal. It is gold. So congratulations to Team USA under Coach Greg Popovich. They had a rough time. They had a rough climb, but they got it. So congratulations to Team USA. And wish them well down on the road. Very good game. 82-87 was the final score, a 5-point finale. All right. We got a little time left, so let's give you a brief look at some media. Hello, where's the media report? Boom, there we go. Thank you. All righty, let's give you some good news. Okay, let's get down to the seconds of good news. Okay, well, we now know what happened to Robert Griffin III after he got cut. One of the younger NFL analysts out there this fall will be 31-year-old Robert Griffin III, who ESPN announced Thursday they've hired as a college football and NFL analyst. Michael McCarthy of Frontline Sports had an early report on all this. Griffin, who won the 2011 Heisman Trophy with the Baylor Bears and was drafted second overall by Washington in 2012, had a long NFL run for much of the last decade with Washington from 2012 to 2015, Cleveland 2016, and Baltimore 2018 to 2020. The Ravens waived him in January, though, and no other NFL team seemed to show a ton of interest in bringing him in, despite his tweeted trick shot video. But McCarthy reported that he was the subject of a fierce offseason bidding war between ESPN and Fox Sports. ESPN won and will use him as a weekly college football analyst and more. Yahoo! So there you go. So congratulations. Okay, let's go over here. And the CFL, Canadian Football League, is back in action. You'll be able to see those games if you have Disney Plus, the bundle mainly, because the CFL will again have all games on ESPN's networks and or ESPN2 this season. The Grey Cup will be on the Deuce. The CFL's much eagerly anticipated 2021 season, which is a shortened 14-game season, and its first return to regular season games since the cancellation of the 2020 season over COVID, began Thursday with the Hamilton Tiger Cats and the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, which was on Il-Duce, and the season will receive full coverage on the full ESPN family of networks. Let's see. As part of a multi-year ESPN2, ESPN News, and ESPN Plus will combine to present every CFL game live, culminating with the semifinals, finals, and 108th Grey Cup game on December 12th. The 2021 schedule, 14 games for each team, which includes Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night games throughout the season. 7 games will be on ESPN2, which included the opener and the Grey Cup game, the Eastern semifinals as well. 8 games will be on ESPN News, including 3 other playoff games. The remaining 53 games will be on that very expensive ESPN Plus. So there you go on that. By the way, we should mention that ESPN will mainly rely on their kissin' Canadian cousins TSN, which is 50% owned by Bell Media. Let's see about, no, I'd say 70% Bell Media, 30% ESPN. So they're the reverse ESPN. Disney owns 80%, Hearst Television owns 20%. Bet you didn't know that, folks. Anyway, we're not done yet. I just realized we are not done yet. We're not. And yet we're still on the air. That's crazy. No, I know it's crazy, but I like it. Okay, let's get to the other little thing that we love to do, which is seeing if there's any international sports. And to do that, we have to hit a button here. Go over here. So, folks, friends, Romans, countrymen, and conclusionors, let's give you a little soccer. And we are officially now 2 days away from the whack job of the closing ceremonies, which will be in the morning, 7 o'clock Sunday morning. All righty, let's kick it in gear and go to some Olympic soccer, the gold medal match. Canada won 3-2 on penalties. After regulation, Canada won, Sweden won. In championship soccer, it was AFC Bournemouth and West Bromwich Albion tied at 2. In FA Cup qualifying, Consett over Wickenham 3-2. Ascot United over Hollyport 3-0. Kensington and Ealing Borough over New Salmis 3-1. West Essex over St. Panelitymna 4-2. In the bronze medal match in Olympic soccer was Mexico over Japan 3-1 for the men, that is. Lowland League action, University of Stirling over Cumbernauld Colts 6-1. Welsh League Cup action, Airbus UK Broughton 3-2 winners over Buckley Town. Cardiff 4-0 winners over Ammanford. Connah's Quad Nomads 2-0 winners over Llandudno. Hollywood Town a 3-1 winner over Conway Borough. Preston Town over Sefton Druids 3-0. Caernarfon Town a 3-0 winner over Ruthin Town. And Aberystwyth Town and Penybont ended in a tie at 1, but Aberystwyth Town did win on penalty kicks. And let's go for Russian Premier League. Ufa and Lokomotiv Moscow ended in a tie. Cadets, we've only got one more stop, and then our weekend is salvaged. And incredible. It's going to be an incredible weekend, yes. Yes, it is. I am Danhausen. Okay, are we ready? Let's do this with propriety. Well, we've already done that part. So I don't think we got any more. Nope. Nope, we don't have much of anything tonight from our live sports. Well, folks, that, for want of a better word, is that we have survived. So, Dunkashane, Gazvadanya, thank you. It's been a wonderful week. I'm sorry for the Olympics to end because we needed comedy. But as they say, we must have sports return to normality, and we do. So Saturday and Sunday is going to be it. The Olympics end officially at 7 in the morning, Sunday morning. Don't you feel good? And then NBC will have to worry about Beijing. if the U.S. will be a part of it, that's one. How Beijing's going to control the coverage, that's another. And that's winter. So they got the Super Bowl and the Olympics and the Winter Olympics all in 1 month. Fun. Good luck. Okay, that's going to wrap it up for us. We'll see you Saturday night at 11:30 and Sunday night at midnight. Until then, for all the Groot, and all the gang here at the Fred McLeod Sports Desk, I'm Steve the Baxman Baxley. This has been a presentation of Mystifying Creativity Productions in association with the L2C Media Network and L2C Sports. We will see you all Saturday. Have a great weekend and go out and have some fun. See you tomorrow night, everybody.